Fair use disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that otherwise might be infringing. We do not condone those who were recorded to be bullied, harassed, have violent threats made, or contacted directly. However, it should be noted, what they said is public record. For the safety of any children near the podium, we have blurred out their faces. Applause, for the most part, has been removed, as we do not condone racism, conspiracy theories, or ill-informed information regarding science or how the school board had led mandates from the state in regards to mask wearing. The Romeo School Board met with parents and townsfolk on May 10, 2021. One of the slides on that night's agenda was a leadership priority: diversity, inclusion, and equity. This would involve professional learning, having an outside consultant help, putting together a task force of open-minded individuals, and expectations of classroom materials, majority of which had come about from years of persons of color and mixed students coming forward with bullying and discrimination on school grounds from students and faculty alike. Not to mention the growing concern of these students after many outspoken parents had bashed the peaceful BLM march in June 2020, threats of violence to those participating in the organization and march itself, along with a townsperson painting BLM, N-word on the school rock. The following video highlights why diversity, inclusion, and equity are needed in Romeo schools. Clips are composed primarily of the May 10, 2021 meeting, but a through line created from video captured at the secondary school board meeting, which took place on May 24, 2021, is included as well.
Let me just have a real quick question. I mean, is this really an issue or a problem in our district?
I believe we can grow some in the area. In particular, we have, yes. Is it a huge problem? No, but as a leadership team, we feel it's important to invest our own learning about diversity, inclusion, and equity.
Okay, and I was just going to say, if you could forward me some information, because I'm clueless on this. Then.
Sure.
Okay. So this did come from the leadership team, though, not from...
Team. It wasn't something that was brought forth through any kind of data. It's our own learning to ensure that we are bringing the best we can to our community, our students, our teachers, and our schools.
You know, I understand these are funds that are extra, quote, extra funds we're getting. But, you know, if I can have more information on this particular issue, because, I mean, if we can use the funds for something maybe more.
The through-line quote you are about to hear, which was captured on May 24th, comes from this post made by a teacher, taken from a private page for union teacher members only. Judge for yourself the actions made by the Moms of Liberty group from the May 10th board meeting.
A group called Moms of Liberty, I don't even know who that is, showed up to stir up trouble. Apparently they were rude and mistook the meeting for a Jerry Springer show.
I can't see none of your faces. I'm watching your body language. Your arms are crossed. I don't know how well you're receiving what's being said. But my kids are in their 40s. I'm a grandma. I'm not playing your game. This is evil. And if you're not researching, then you're not the teachers you say you are. You're not researching. Money is right up there with oxygen. My money doesn't come to this district anymore, because my grandchild needs to breathe. And I have other grandchildren in another school district. They're being forced the same stupid way. I don't get it. Viruses don't go away because you've got a mask on. And this is not a virus. We're being poisoned. Do some research, but the mask have got to go away for these poor kids.
Anti-mask, anti-vaccine, and anti-testing for sports.
Because right now I'm paying $50 an hour for a tutor to come to his house, and she is a teacher at a private school, and they don't quarantine. So, and even with her tutoring, he's still struggling. He is that behind. So what am I supposed to do?
The trifecta of stinkin' and thinkin'. They are a virus themselves.
So to take this away or make it a bad thing that who you are because of your race or your ethnicity, I mean, really we're going to go there? I really hope we're not going there because it's not even right.
I guess I have one more question too. And can we do like a show of hands?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do you guys plan on teaching or allowing the teaching of critical race theory, the bigoted and racist ideology of critical race theory to our children? That's my next question. Because it's
Critical.
It's a horrible thing to tell a child that based upon the color of your skin, you are a victim or you are an oppressor. And that's what it does. That demoralizes children. They didn't do anything wrong. They just were born this way. You know what I mean? And that's fine. And everyone should have an equal chance to try and make it in this world. But to put other people down or separate them based on something that is no fault of their own is horrible. And it is racist and it is bigoted. So if any of you vote for it, you're voting for racism and bigotry.
Contrary to what she wrote, the last boarding was not a shit show.
The masks is my one of my bigger things. As you see, I'm maskless. If you or anybody else wants to wear a mask, wear it. You feel protected, wear it. It is not a law to wear a mask. You're killing their immune system. God gave you an immune system for a reason, to take care of it itself, not by harming it with a mask. And everybody knows the masks are bad. The leadership thing that I've seen with the diversity stuff, oh my God. I hope to God you guys are not implementing any of this stuff into the schools and your curriculum with diversity and race and all that stuff. That is just, if by this time when our kids are running the country, you guys will all be sorry. So the guidelines, they're not mandated. There's not a law for the testing or the masks. These are guidelines. And if you guys truly care about the kids, let the parents take care of the kids. You are not their parents. So, I mean, if you are getting all this money for testing, do you provide masks? I don't know if you do or not, but is that what it's mainly for? Or is it going into the school for other stuff? I just don't get it. So, I mean, I would like to know those kind of numbers as well. And the masks for graduation. Since it's outdoors, I'm assuming there's no masks. And one other thing, prom. If your child doesn't want to go to prom at the school, the parents are putting one on for June 15th. No mask. You could bring whoever, but it's by 12 p.m. tonight.
Proya,
You have to.
just addressing the board, please.
Yeah, please.
Let them know because they didn't know about it.
Yeah,
Perfect.
time's up too, Karen.
Okay,
Thank
I'm
you.
all set. Thank you,
Okay,
guys. You
thank
have a
you.
good day.
Appreciate it.
The parents that spoke that night, myself included, are parents who truly care about not only our own children, but also the other children in our district.
Out of 1,390, so let's call it 1,400, check 101 children got positive tests. That resulted in 1,400 quarantine. Out of 1,400, how many you think got sick? 14.
Okay, so this is where I'm going with this. I got this off the CDC. The suicide rate for 10 and 4-year-olds is off the charts. And this was in 2018. We can be leaders in the state again. We just have to have the courage and the faith that God's on our side. He really is.
I will not do the masks. I will not do the testing. I've worked my heart and my soul into my children, and I'll continue to work my heart and my soul into my children to be successful adults. That's not happening here anymore. It's not the forefront anymore. COVID is. How many of you are going to pull your kids?
For most of us here, our children are our first priority.
I refuse to put a mask on my child. I'm a health advocate, and I absolutely know the negative effects of these masks. And we are here tonight on behalf of all the children who don't have a voice and people whose parents just want to let them go along like sheep and just follow suit, and then you can do this, follow, and then you can do that. I'm speaking on behalf of the children who don't have a voice. I mean, we've had deaths in our family where we can't grieve properly. We've all experienced these hardships. But when is enough enough? What is next year gonna look like?
I personally feel that my children's well-being, both physically and mentally, is not only my priority, but my duty.
See this with a plan on your computer to continue learning online. And for me, in my head, it's like, since when did we start to concentrate on COVID to the young population of the least resistance to this disease? It is our elderly population that is at most risk. I'm a physician assistant. I'm in the medical field. Our kids should not be the focus of this COVID.
We see the damage that the ongoing mask wearing and unnecessary testing are doing to our kids.
And then my other discussion was, I'm wondering why the district decided to host a vaccine clinic for the high schoolers when it is still undergoing trials and is based on release of experimental and not FDA approved.
Regardless of what the union says, or what the governor of Michigan says, or even the Michigan Department of Health, we know our kids do not need to be in masks right now.
Diversity and inclusion are not negative words. For more information on how to help with diversity projects in the Romeo Schools area, you can reach out to us on Facebook at Washington Rastler. We are also proud to be connected with the Northern Macomb chapter of the NAACP, which works to disrupt inequality, dismantle racism, and accelerate change in key areas including criminal justice, healthcare, education, climate, and the economy. When it comes to civil rights and social justice, they have the unique ability to secure more wins than anyone else. Help make racial equity a reality. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for future video content updates. As our path to equality, safety, and the overall well-being of the district is still ongoing.